Hello, this video about real rate of US stock market, also about Berkshire and Russian market. My name is Vadim. I'm 35 years old. This channel I exist generally for improve my English, and I like stock market, economic, investment, all this stuff. So I decided to make a video about this. Okay, let's go. Firstly, what I want to say, it's I have an engineer degree and in measurement. I'm measurement. Measurement and information system. Yeah, and in measurements we have a rule how as bigger the data we have, as better the result of counting. So I try to take bigger data as I found. It's one thing. Second thing is about some people manipulate data, manipulate cycles for proof his ideas, their ideas. For example, if people start to count market in very good cycle after crisis, they can say, oh, look at this stock, they grow about 100 and more percent, and it's really can make you reach faster. But they grow a lot because it's just a good cycle of economy. Or for example, people can take a bad cycle, crisis cycle, and say look at this, gold is grow up, but stocks is not grow up, so stocks is bullshit. Gold is much better. Yeah, so both things is not correct. Both things is not correct. So for not mistake, for don't make mistake, for don't foolish yourself, I try to take bigger data as I can find. Okay, let's go. So I have a few index here, US index. What is index? Index, it's also called benchmark. It's a formula of bigger company of US. For example, index Dow Jones Industrial, older and most one of the most respectable index, and it's include 30 companies, but these companies not capitalization weighted. It's mean capitalization weighted mean as bigger company, as bigger part of index it's have. I give you example later. Late. Oh no, I can do it right now. Or we have index S&P 500, most famous index. It's include 505 companies, and it's capitalization weighted index. It's mean as bigger company, as bigger part of index they take. For example, 5 bigger company of S&P 500 take about 30% of index S&P 500. It's Meta, Alphabet, Nvidia, Google. No, I said Alphabet. Alphabet is Google. What else? Meta, Apple, Google. Maybe Microsoft, I'm not sure. Nvidia. Come again. It's Nvidia, Apple, Google, Alphabet, Meta, and I think it's Microsoft. I don't remember exactly, but that doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Five company have a 30% of index, and another 500 companies have only 17% of index S&P 500 part of index. So on the bottom of this list, most smaller company have about 0.01%. Okay, it's about index. So I think S&P more fair index. Yeah, because it's important. It's important. Yeah, count the market capitalization of company. Okay, one more things what I want to tell. It's about uh, compound interest. Yeah, compound interest. For find down real rate, we need to count compound interest. We can't just take one digit and divide to another digit. It's not correct. So I have a formula here. This is formula of compound interest. So what does it mean? It means if in 1900 you buy Dow Jones Industrial for 49 and 34 bucks in 2025 in first January. Yeah, when market is open, maybe it's 2nd or 3rd January, it doesn't matter. Your money uh, your money become your 49 bucks become to 48,106 bucks. Yeah, it means you have a rate about 5.61% for all these 120 years, 25 years. Okay, so since 1900, Dow Jones Industrial have 5 and 61%. Um, for since 1958, I take sorry, I'll take S&P 500s, and we have compare its rate here: 7.50 Dow Jones and 7.87 from S&P 500s. Not a very big difference, but for long distance, it's really big difference. Yeah. Since 1968, Dow Jones 709, S&P 766, and from 1968 I also I also take I also take Berkshire, and its rate it's about 90.91. Actually, it's crazy. It's crazy income, unbelievable. Why I take data from 1968? Because Buffett, when he's bought Berkshire, he was divide this company and sold it and close it. Yeah, but for Buffett, important what's people thinking about him, and what's people write in a newspaper, and newspaper from the city where is Berkshire exist. They start to make a state article about Buffett, evil capitalist, want to destroy our old company, and people leave their work. So it's was pressure for Buffett, and he decided to don't destroy the Berkshire. He decided to change it and become it in investment fund. And in 1969, Buffett bought first insurance company on Berkshire balance, and it's why I'm take income Berkshire since 1968. Next year, after he buy first insurance company and become it investment fund. And what mean 1991? I think you must to see it. It's hard to believe. In 1968, Berkshire cost about $20 per share. We talk about Berkshire Class A shares, and in 2026 one shares cost 750,000. Yeah, 750,000 dollars. So what mean 20% compounded rate from year? It's unbelievable big money and unbelievable big boost. Okay, go next. Science 9088, Dow Jones Industrial 874, S&P 500's 919, S&P Berkshire 15%, 15 and half. Yeah. What's interesting, in 1987 was a big crisis on US market, and after crisis 1988 I take data and you see income is much better, bigger than whatever in our period. So yeah, just for you know why income is big from 1988. And also why I take 1988, it's because I found the data to 1988 from S&P 500's total return. What mean total return? When you buy companies pay you dividends, and you can take dividends and use it how you want. Yeah, buy a new car or something else. But also you can reinvest your dividends, buy more stocks. And if you buy more stocks, it's called same like S&P 500s. It's called S&P total return. So it's S&P total return with reinvest dividends. And if you reinvest dividends, it give you more income, about 2% more. It looks like not a big difference, but it's about 20% difference. So it's a big difference, especially on long distance. Okay, Science 1998, Dow Jones Industrial give us 6.66, S&P 7.3, Berkshire 10 and 48, and S&P 500 total return 9 and 19. So Berkshire still better, but it's almost equivalent S&P 500 total return. Yeah, so it's become worse and worse at per year. Since 1998, I also take Russian index. It's called MMVB. It's index of Moscow Exchange. It's how I remember, it's 55 companies, and this is income in Russian rubles. So 13% in Russian rubles looks pretty well, but in Russia very big inflation, and if we count in US dollars, it's become in 369% worse than 1 hour. So now you can see here how is important inflation when you invest in foreign currency, for example, China or something else. Okay, and since 2005, last 20 years, Dow Jones Industrial give us 738, S&P 5 and 7, Berkshire 10 and 7, 75, S&P total return 10 and 77. So now Berkshire worse than market. Yeah, S&P give us more. How I remember, Berkshire don't pay dividends, so we need to compare Berkshire with S&P total return. They save the money and reinvest this money. Russian MMVB 791, but in bucks it's only 285. Looks miserable. But what interesting, it was very unexpected for me. I have also RTS total return in Russian index in dollars with reinvest dividends, and it's have income about 779, 7 and 8. Yeah. um, I very pessimistic thinking about Russian market, so it was very unexpected. It looks really really good for Russian market, for Russian economy. It's because of many of company of Russia paid really big dividends. Sometimes it's 10 and more percent. So yeah, it's the reason. So 779 looks not very worse, actually, not very bad. It's almost like Dow Jones Industrial, but without dividends. So dividends from Dow Jones Industrial and S&P 500 is maybe about 1%. Yeah, I think so. Uh, what else? Right now, last 20 years, it's very good results. It's look better than whatever. Few reason. One reason, big inflation not long time ago in US. Yeah, US make money in 2020 as they make money for all American history. So it's double money. uh, Money mass. It's called money mass in Russia. I don't sure in English. Yeah, it's reason why stocks go up. Yeah, big inflation. And one of the second reason, it's now we in very good cycle of economy. Stocks grow so much, and I wanna show you this. I have a account here. It's for 1 year. For 2025 year. Dow Jones Industrial make 20%, 12%. S&P 500 18, Berkshire 9, MMVB negative -5, RTS 23. Wow, very cool. S&P total return 1803, and RTS total return 35. It's a lot. It can confuse because how S&P 500 can make less than S&P 500 total return, but it's because different system of counting, sometimes different data, and for short period, it's like a back like mistake. It can exist, but for long distance it doesn't matter. And here is data for 5 year. For 5 years, you can see Dow Jones Industrial 32, S&P 46. I have no data for Berkshire. Russian index -28, RTS -30, S&P total return 32%, very good, very good, and RTS total return -5. And also I want to see how important don't choose special cycle, because if you take data for 6 year immediately after crisis finished, we have a total different results. Let's see, 6 years we plus only 1 year, but Dow Jones Industrial 57%, almost twice. S&P 500 45%, again almost twice, 40% plus. It's a lot. MMVB still minus, not a big difference, but -28 and -70, not bad, not bad. Yeah. RTS -20, again, not a big difference. S&P total return, look at this, 98, 90, 96%, very very big difference. Here is 50, here is almost 100. And RTS total return 13%. Again, it's a big difference, -5 and plus almost 14. So don't let people foolish yourself, and then foolish you yourself. Take a big circle and count correct information. Yeah. For don't make a mistake. And what else I want to see? If you don't wanna spend a lot of time to found financial statement, make a decision, take risk for yourself, and you believe in US economic, you can just by VOO. VOO it's ETF from Vanguard on S&P 500's best ETF, I think, most cheaper, very low commission, and if you buy it, you will have real rate about 7% maybe, yeah, 7%, maybe about 8 with dividends. Yeah, and if you will reinvest your dividends, it's increase your income about 10-11%. So yeah, it's most easy way, and if you don't know how to manage your portfolio, uh, how to choose company to investment, or you just want to take risk, it's most easier way for everyone. You don't need special education, special skills. You actually don't need nothing. You just need open broker account and buy one instrument. Okay, that's all what I want to say. I hope you understand me with my terrible English, and I hope video was interesting. Okay, so I good luck everyone with investment, and good luck in the new 2026 year. Bye.